So in this session, we will continue with the Mr. Robot machine. Actually, yesterday we
Okay.
stuck at brute forcing. So I've
Okay.
already done the brute forcing part because brute forcing takes lots of time and my machine is again a little bit of slow. Okay, so let
Okay.
me show. So I have find the IP address of the target, which is same as yesterday, which is 192.168.138.
Okay.
Before that, let me take a recap. So yesterday we were solving this machine. It is a server and it is based on Linux server. And on
Okay.
that server, there's a website, and that website is made up of WordPress. We can check if a website is made up of WordPress or not using is it VP website. Then
Okay.
we have to find three flags. So first flag we have found on the website when we try to find robots.txt, which is a confidential file which mainly exists. Mainly if you are a developer or web application developer, so we mainly aim to hide this file from the users so that no one can open it. But if this file is visible, then this can contain some confidential information. For example, in our case, it contains this file, which is key1 of key.txt. Then we have applied this, we have copied the path here, and then we just replace this one with key1 of key.txt. And then we have
Okay.
found the key, the first key. Then with the key, we have found a word list also, which is fsociety.dic that we have downloaded with the help of curl command. Then that is a word
Okay.
list. And also we have found that there's a login page. Okay. Or we can ordinarily find login, or we can use the buster to find the login pages or admin pages. So this is a login page, and then we have a word list. So we start to brute force on that particular word list. And before that, we have sorted out the word list because it is a very long word list and it contains many repetitive words. So we sorted with the help of sort and unique, and then we start the Hydra here. So Hydra hyphen L. So here we are applying the brute force only on the username parameter. So for the hyphen L for the username, and then for the hyphen P test. Basically, in the
Okay.
WordPress, we have a vulnerability. Okay, that if someone enter a right username, let's say admin, or some wrong password, 12345. So the WordPress
Mm-hmm.
will tell you that this is a right username but wrong password. So if I click on login, don't save. So you can see invalid username. But if I enter the right username, which is Elliot, and let's say password is something 12345. So this will tell us that this is a right username but
Mm-hmm.
wrong password. So the
Oh,
password
okay.
you entered for the username Elliot is incorrect, which here the attacker know. Okay, at least
Okay.
username is correct. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
same thing we are applying here in the Hydra. We are using for the username, we are applying for the username, and for the password is can be anything. Let's say test, then IP
Yeah.
address of the target machine, and here this is the form page. Okay, and here we are just checking for this particular line, that is username Elliot is incorrect, which is the password you have entered for the Elliot is incorrect. So we are just looking for this particular line. And when we have
Mm-hmm.
this line, which means the username we have applied is correct, but wrong password. So here you can see we have found three passwords, sorry, three username, which is Elliot or Elliot or Elliot. Like they are same only, but like in different cases. So the
Mm-hmm.
username is Elliot. Now we can brute force for the password. So we can also brute force with the help of Hydra, or we can also brute force the password with the help of the WP scan. So here we have applied WP scan hyphen hyphen URL, which is target IP, hyphen hyphen passwords, and this is the password, like word list, and then for the username, Elliot. And then
Okay.
first it will show me the information like what kind of plugins, what kind of server, what kind of theme this website is using. For example, this website is using Apache and
Yep.
robots.txt is present, and more else this is using wp cron, like the file is available. Okay, cron is mainly for the configuration information. Then WordPress version is 4.3.33. WordPress theme is 2015. Even we can attack the WordPress website with the help of themes, with the help of WordPress vulnerable version, or with the help of WordPress plugins.
Yep.
Then we have brute force for the password, and the password we found is for the username Elliot is password this one. So now we can successfully log in the WordPress website. So we can simply copy and then we can apply the password here. We can also brute force with the help of WebSuite, but WebSuite is again more slower than Hydra or WP Scan. Okay, and this is the WordPress dashboard. Now here we can create any web pages. We can even make changes in the main website. But what we want is, we want second key and we want the shell so that we can enter into the machine and then we can like get the files and then we can also access as a root user to get the third key. So what we can do here, here we can, here we have this option of plugins. So we can install or we can add a new plugin and that plugin can be of any file. Means it can be a PHP file, any other malicious file. So what we are going to do, we will going to upload a plugin here, which is a malicious file here. So for malicious file, we will create one. So here I will use MSF Venom to create a file. So MSF Venom and then -p. Now here we want a PHP meetup reverse underscore TCP connection. It is same as Windows connection. Like whenever we are taking reverse connection, which means the target machine will share me the connection request.
Okay.
And reverse TCP. And then we can apply the lhost, which is IP address of Kali machine. So here we can use ifconfig. It's 35. So, and then we can mention the L port, which is, let's say 4444. And then we can use -f, like format of a file, which is raw file, and then name of your file, which is, let's say shell.php. So here we are creating a PHP malicious file. So once created, we will go to upload this PHP file in the website. So where we will upload, so we can click on this plugins and here we have this option of add name. Okay, this one. Okay, now this is the size of my payload, which is PHP payload, which is 1113 bytes. And here we can check it out, which is shell.php. Okay, now we have to upload this payload to the website. And before uploading, we will start the MSF console so that we can start the listener. And then whenever the connection comes from the target side, we can accept it. So for that, we will use MSF console.
Okay.
Okay, and here we can upload the plugin. So we can click on upload plugin. And then plugin is just a file. And we can click on browse. And then we can select the file.
Okay.
Which is shell.php. Apart from shell.php, we can also upload any other file like XML file or any other kind of file. But it should be malicious. Even we can upload Python file as well. And click on install now.
Yeah.
So now we can check if the payload has been uploaded or not. So we can click on media and library. And here we can check if shell.php is there or not. So this is a problem. So let's upload again and click on add new. Okay, here in the meantime, we can use multi handler. And then we can set the payload, which is the same payload we were using, which is PHP, meet operator, and reverse underscore TCP.
Yeah.
And then we can set the host, which is 192.6. And then we can set the L bit, which is 4444. So the information would be same. And then we can click on show. Okay, so we are using multi-handler. The payload is this one, the L host, the L port. And then we can click on run. Now we can wait for the connection. And here, let's try to upload the plugin again. So only.zip archives may be uploaded. So there's some problem.
Okay.
So let's try to upload from here. So we can add new. And we can select files. Let's say
Okay.
PHP, not permitted for security reasons. Let's see, maybe we can zip that file and then we can upload. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if we can bypass this mechanism with the help of workflow.
Okay.
Let's try that. So first we can name this file as .php .zip. And then we will like remove this zip parameter when we intercept the request. So we can set the proxy. Okay, so here we can simply and here we have this file. Click on open. Then we can simply intercept this request.
Okay.
Okay, now in place of .zip, we can just remove .zip here. And then click on forward, intercept off. Let's see if this will work or not. Okay, so this is not working. So we can find another mechanism. Let's say we can click on appearance. Okay, so here we have this editor option. Let's click on this editor. In this, we have this 404 template. It is again a PHP file. So what we can do, we can replace this template with our template, with our PHP file. So let's see if we have any such file in my system. So we can click on file system. We have this option of maybe webshells and PHP. So you can see we have this PHP reverse shell here. So we will go into right click and we will edit this file.
Yeah.
And here we will go into edit the IP address. Okay, like here we will just use our IP address, which is 192.168.1.35. In port number, let's say 1234 is fine. And here we will just exit from the MSF console. Because now we are not using the MSF console, we will going to use netget.
Okay.
Okay, so here we will use NC-NVLP and 123. The listener is ready. Now we can simply save this file. We can simply Control A and copy the contents of this file and we will paste here. Okay, so let me remove the website first. And here we can just Control A and Control V. Now our script is uploaded here. And then we can just save it. Upload file. Okay, once we upload, the file is edited successfully. Let's see if we get the shape. Okay, now we can visit on this page, which is 404.php, so that we can activate the shell. So here we have this 190.168.1.3538 and 404.php. Let's see what do we found. And here you can see we get the shell each. Okay, so if one mechanism is not working, we try another mechanism. So we try to upload a PHP shell in other way. And then here we get the shell. Now we can check our location. So we are inside. We can move inside home first. And we can check how many users are there. So there's a robot user. We can move inside robot first. ls. So here we have this key 3 2 of the dot txt. So we can simply get key
Yep.
2 of 3 dot txt. And here you can see we don't have permission, which means the robot user cannot access this file. But we
Okay.
have this one password.raw md5. So we can try to get this file. Maybe this file contains some password of the robot user. Okay. That is why it is there. So you can see with the robot and we have the password, but
Oh, okay.
in the hash format. So we will copy the password and then we will crack it. So we can simply use crack station to crack the password. Okay. And here you can simply search for crack station. We can paste our crack hash here and then crack hashes. You can see
Yeah.
the password is A to Z, A, B, C, D, up to Z.
Wow.
So we can
Okay.
simply copy this password right here. And then now we can access, if I type here, who am I? So I'm a demon here. So I have to switch to the robot user. So I will write here, su robot. And then you must be run from a terminal. Okay, so we are not inside the bash. So we can get a bash here with the help of maybe Python. So let me check if I want. So we can find for the Python bash command.
Yep.
Okay, here you will get a bash command for the Python, which will get us the bash. Maybe that is okay. We can type our own command. Let's say let's see if this will work or not. Syntax error. Okay, we forget to put a quotation mark. So let's copy this one and paste here. Quotation.
Yep.
Syntax. What is the point given here? Maybe these are bin dash. Yeah, now this works. So here we are getting the bin bash, like a bash shell with the help of this Python command. Then we can apply sudo robot here. And here we can copy the password, which is this one. And then we can paste here. And then here we are a robot user. Now we can get this key file, this key 2 of green.txt. And here's the second key. Okay, and we can copy and paste here. So this is the second key. Now the third key or the third flag, now that is in the root user. If I type ls/root, we don't have the permission. Now we have to gain the higher access. So gaining the higher access, what we can do, we can first run two things. First, we can run a command which will tell us how many resources or how many process or how many tools, or we can say the operations a simple user, which is a robot user, can perform. And second, we can also run the lin piece, which is privilege acceleration script. So we
Yep.
can try, we can run the lin piece, but before that, we will go to run a simple command, which is find. Now here we will find the permission for like what kind of command a simple user can run, which is hyphen type. In get this. Let's move on to it first. Let's see the permission, the new, yes. Okay, now here you can see these are the commands a particular user can run. Like these are the commands or these are the operations. These are the ping a normal user can use, umount a normal user can use, mount a normal user can use. So here we have this one. So what we can do, we can search for
Yeah.
that is I think the privilege acceleration. That is I think the URL was. I think the URL is English. Good best. Like there's a website where we can search for once we found these application, like these are the commands which is accesses by users also. Then there's
Yeah.
a website. Let me share the URL. One second. Yeah. So name is ZTF 4 bits. This one. This website is very helpful while privileging acceleration. So here we can search for, let's say now these are the commands we can access. Ping, umount, mount. So here you can simply search for, let's say, mount. So here you can see we can click on sudo and these are the commands which we can run to gain the higher access. Same as we can run for the, let's say for the ping.
Yeah.
Okay, we have this fping or hping. So we cannot access the root with the help of ping. We can access with the help of su here. So here we can type in place of ping su. Okay, you can see su and how we can become a sudo user. We have to run sudo su, which we have already tried. So we can try with this nmap here. I think there's an option of n this, yeah, nmap here. So we can try with this nmap. Maybe we can gain higher access with the help of this nmap. Okay, now you can see we can get a shell, higher access, suite, limited suite. So we can click on this suite. Okay, and here you can see we get multiple commands. So for the sudo, we can run this sudo nmap interactive, this one. So let's try to run this nmap hyphen hyphen interactive. Okay, because we want the higher access, a sudo access. So we can simply run nmap hyphen hyphen interactive. And here you can see we have gained the nmap panel here. Okay, now here we can run the nmap script using sh. And here you can see now we are a root user, which is a root user. Then we can move inside root and we can get ls first. And we can simply get the key of read.txt, which is this key. So this is how we can solve this machine. Now, after privilege acceleration, either you can run the link piece or you can run this command. This command will always work in any kind of machine except Windows. Like in all the Linux, it will work. Once you run this command, you will find these kind of like commands you can access as a robot user, as a normal user. Then you can search for the GTF of wins. There you can search for any command which is listed here. For example, we have gain access as a nmap. We can also gain access as a password, as a G password if exist. Okay, for example, here we can search for the password. No, G password, we can check it out. G password. Again, not. So we can search for anything which is listed here. Let's say we found that there's an nmap which a normal user can
Yeah.
get. So here we can simply click on sudo for gaining the higher access. And here we can use the interactive mode. And here we can click on this interactive. Then we paste here. And here we get the nmap interactive mode. So in the nmap interactive mode, then we type sh for gaining the higher shell. Okay, mainly for gaining the shell. Shell is mainly for the shell can only be accessed by the root user, and bash can be accessed by the normal user. Okay, so we have this shell, and then we type who am I? We are root. Then we move inside root and get the key here. So the
Yeah.
main thing here is it is like a whenever you solve any machine, you will find a hint with machines. For example, we find that in the robot we have this key as well as a password. Then we gain access as a robot user. And then after robot user, now these are the commands the robot user can access. And then after robot user, we have gained the nmap in interactive shell. And from here we get a root shell. Okay, like there are like many ways. Once you practice, you will get a like a familiarity, like how you can go to solve a particular lab. So it is like a kind of an advanced lab. So it is mainly the part of the OSCP examination, mainly the red teaming. So any questions you want to ask?
Not really. So also good to me.
A second. Okay, so we have tried to upload the PHP shell here, but it was not permitted. So we uploaded the shell here. So if there's one way is not working, we can use the other way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have completely brute force or exploited the machine, and we have completed the slavers. So is there anything you want to ask? Like any questions apart from slavers or beyond the slavers?
Not really. It's okay to me.
Okay, so what you can do, you can just revise the syllabus, watch the recorded session, and if you
Yeah.
have any doubt in anything, then you can just create a list of your doubts and you can ping me on WhatsApp. Then I will arrange a doubt session for you
Okay.
after 1 month or 1 week or 2 weeks, whenever you are ready.
Oh,
Okay, so
that'll be great.
whenever you want to ask, you can just ping me on WhatsApp. Even you can ping your errors or commands on the WhatsApp. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, that'll be great.
okay. And one more thing. If you find these sessions useful, then you can put a like a review or how the training was. Okay, and how's your experience? Okay, if you find
Okay. Yeah.
useful, then you can put your review here. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you so
Yeah. I'll
much.
do.
And
That'll
if
do.
there's any doubt, please ping me on WhatsApp. Okay,
Yeah. I'll do. Yeah. Thank you very much.
thank you.
See you. Bye.